to the last subject, we got two dynamic point guards, probably the two best PGs in the league right now. We talking about Steph Curry, and we talking about the high flying Ja Morant, who's been tearing the league up over the last, I would say, couple months. You know what I mean? So he's doing this thing. You know, they were on a 10-0 winning streak until they lost the other night to Dallas on Friday. So, but Ja Morant's been tearing stuff up. So, question begs to differ: is Steph Curry the best point guard still, or does Ja Morant now have that right now? Going into the new year, what do you feel Ja Morant, Steph Curry stack up?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, man. I believe the Warriors, they're number 2 in the West, and the Grizzlies are number 3.
Yep.
So, okay, so they're close right there. Okay, so this is what I had to do. It's tough, man, because look, everybody that's listening, this is why it's tough for me. Warriors number 2, Grizzlies number 3 in the league. All right, Steph Curry 26.3 on points, 5.4 on rebounds per game, 6 assists per game. Now watch this, people. Ja Morant, 24.4 points per game, 5.8 rebounds per game, and 6.8 assists per game. So y'all might be asking, well, Rick, who do you think's a better point guard? Who would you pick? You gotta pick, but it's hard, people. But this is what I'm gonna pick off of. I'm gonna pick off these two things: plus minus and who they playing with, because it got real hard for me. Plus minus. Now the last 2 games, I mean, against the Bucks, Steph Curry, I love you, but hey, just like Jordan had to go out there, he had a responsibility, and you do too. And you play with one of the best coaches, and you got your butt spanked, 99 to 118, a plus minus of negative 25. People, if y'all don't understand what plus minus is, that's essentially when a player's on the court, does your team score more or do they score less? Do the other team outscore you while you're on the court? A negative 25 means that the Warriors got outscored 25 points while Curry was on the court. That's not good. You're the superstar. If Jordan did that with the Knicks, when he was playing, everybody be clowning and talking trash. So I'm just saying. But he's still great. All right. Against Chicago, now they whooped their butts, 138 to 96, a plus minus of 24. So a drag, like the complete opposite, night and day, right? Now we jump over to Ja Morant versus Minnesota. They win by 8 points, 116-108, plus minus 5. And then they lost against the Dallas Mavericks, plus minus of 4, negative 4. Okay, that's not really a night and day thing. That's kind of like an thing. And now, who has better teammates? I'm going to say Golden State. I'm going to say Steph Curry got better teammates. They're more seasoned. You know, playoff pedigree, finals, all that kind of stuff. But Ja Morant, hey, man, all these guys came in together like high school freshmen. And he running this team like Jordan back in the 80s. So, if I got to pick, BJ,
be careful.
I'm going to go with Ja Morant, dog.
Ah, man, you fell for the Kool-Aid, bro. You fell for Kool-Aid.
Hey, we got to make the show exciting. I got to go with Ja Morant. Man, I'm not. Now, listen, before you start speaking, BJ, let me say this. I did not say, so people don't take this and edit me and take me out of context. I did not say that Steph Curry is still not one of the greatest or the greatest point guards, top 5. I didn't say none of that. I said in this moment, in this very moment, I just feel that Ja Morant is just killing us a little bit better. That's it. But go ahead.
Hey, bro. Hey, I ain't mad at you because this is what I'll say about Ja. Ja deserves to be in the MVP talk right now. He's top 5. For me, it's Ja. It's KD. I'm gonna put Steph in there just for respect. It's Jokic. If you want to put Bron there, I can put Bron there. But I have to think about that one as well. But because they just losing too many games, bro. So I can't. He's putting up good stats, but they just losing too many games. I have to think about Bron. But back to my point, Ja Morant.
Think about it.
Yeah, Ja Morant is in the MVP talk. He's averaging 24.4 points per game, 6.8 assists, 1.3 steals per game, off of 48% shooting. So here's the thing that hurts Steph right now. Steph been struggling since December 25th. Ja Morant has been rising up since December 25th. Y'all have to remember, when this is what goes against Ja though, they were 10-2 without Ja Morant when he was hurt for a month. Ja Morant was out from November, or I think was November 26th all the way to December 20th. So they were 10-2 without him. So when you say who has better teammates, I gotta kind of go with Memphis. Because Memphis, I know it's kind of hard to accept, but Memphis, they are a very good team with defenders. They got toughness, they got good coaching and shooting, and they're young and athletic and very, very hungry. But nobody thought Memphis was going to be a really good team. I didn't really know Memphis was going to be like this. But if you take what Steph off this Golden State team, remember last year, they would have not even made the play. In, you know what I'm saying? So we got to think about that. Without Steph Curry, where would Golden State be? So I got to kind of look at, as far as who has better teammates, I'm going to have to go with Memphis, surprising. Like it's only a 2-3, race right now. It's not like Golden State's number 2 and then Memphis is number 7. They got a good team. So I gotta go with Steph still. Ja has to take it from Steph. And I'm talking about, throughout the whole year before I say, okay, well, Ja right now is the best point guard. Even though Steph has been struggling, it was a point in the season where at the beginning Steph was killing and Ja was struggling. So it's kind of like teeter-totter. I need to see more Ja doing this, but he's playing great. They had a 10-game winning streak. So we'll go with right now. I'll go with Steph, but finally kind of like further evaluate, bro, why you choose Ja Morant.
I mean, I'm gonna evaluate, but I got a quick question for you. Okay, because you said that you just feel like the Memphis Grizzlies have a better unit in a sense than Golden
Yes.
State. But
Yes.
now let me ask you this: do you think? And I'm gonna answer your question, but do you think Grizzlies are just younger? Because I don't really think that the Grizzlies like got a better set than Golden State. I just feel like they're probably younger, which is a great attribute to be. But I'm just saying I don't think they better than Golden State players. Like, well, I mean, help me out. I'm listening to you.
I think this, first of all, and this is why I give credit to Ja Morant, and this is what I want to say also. He reminds me of young Derrick Rose. This Memphis team reminds me of that Chicago Bulls team. Very, very gritty, very grindy. They don't care who they are, who you are, young, old, big, fat, short, tall, skinny, small. They gonna go at you. They very competitive. So I feel like, because remember, Memphis beat Golden State in the playing game last year. So we got to take that into account. So who has better players? I mean, they did beat Golden State in that playing game, and Steph did play, and Ja Morant did play. So I gotta take that into account. But adding Klay Thompson back does kind of give Golden State the edge. But I feel like it's gonna be competitive. If they face in the playoffs, it would be competitive. I think it would go about 5 or 6 games. I think the Warriors will take it because of their experience. But I mean, right now in the season, I think Memphis has the better team.
I accept it. Because one thing you did say that now that they got Klay Thompson back, it could make a little bit of a difference. So I mean, I think you are kind of keeping all the pieces out there. I think you being fair. Okay, I'll leave that alone. But to kind of further elaborate on the Grizzlies, as far as Ja Morant, man, look, he only down 2 points from Steph Curry. And like I said, when I look at how now, like I said, Steph Curry could have been tired. He could have been whatever, his mind, on other things. But when I look at these plus minuses and how you affect the squad when you out there, to me, Ja Morant is not really it's kind of consistent at the point I'm making. I mean, when you have a +5 with Minnesota and then you have a -4, I mean, that's not a drastic change. But with Curry, when you have a -25, then you have a +24, it's like okay, we need you to be more consistent. So I guess I'm using that to see consistency. You know what I mean, across the board. And again, Curry, that's only 2-point difference, but everywhere else, Morant got him. So I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna have to go with the best stats at the moment. I'm not saying that he's better than Curry. Again, people, don't come at me. I'm not saying he's better than Curry. He's not even in the same stratosphere as Curry. Curry's a championship. We know this. We ain't got to talk about it. I'm saying in the moment, I got to roll with my boy Morant. That's all I got to say.
All right, I'll end it with that. I'll accept that. Ja is playing. Okay, Ja is playing better than Steph right now at this moment. That's what we'll say. Okay. I think again. So Steph, you still has the mantle, and I just think Ja has to take it. And I think Ja is capable of taking it. This dude's 22 years old, and he has a mindset of a old soul. He's a very old school type of player. He's very competitive. He wants to make his teammates better, and he has leadership qualities. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna do the rest of the season. But
BJ, let
yeah.
me ask you quick.
All right.
You don't think I'm crazy for this, but do he kind of, when you go watch Morant, don't he kind of remind you of Jordan back in the 80s a little bit? Not saying like his playing style or like his move sets, but like his energy, like the energy he brings. Like when you go watch old videos of Jordan in the 80s and watch Ja Morant play now with this young team, don't you kind of get that same vibe, like that excitement vibe?
Nah. Because because he's, like I said, like he's 22, so like any 22-year-old, they gonna most likely have that energy. That's why I was saying with D Rose, this guy reminds me hand for hand. And people got like really kind of like upset with me when I said that. I'm like, he's averaging the same amount of points as D Rose averages an MVP year. He's just as explosive jumping. He's just as quick. He's just as fast. He's not as fast. He's a better playmaker. He's a good outside shooter, probably better than Rose. So it's like it's not a bad comparison putting Ja with D Rose. And I think Ja is going to be what D Rose was supposed to be because I feel like he plays with more pace, which is going to, make his career go longer. So that's what I would say about that, bro.
Okay, but for everybody out there, what I mean, let me clear this up. What I mean by the excitement, it's kind of like when Jordan's gonna play, you get excited. You ready? You get in front of your TV 30 minutes early. You try to make sure you watch everything. And Curry has the same effect, obviously, but Morant. One thing I will say personally about myself, when I know he's about to play, I get in front of that TV about 10 minutes early. I got my popcorn, I got my drink, and I don't want to be disturbed. That's what I mean by, comparing him to Jordan, like that excitement, like you want to watch that game from start to finish. That's all I meant. I didn't mean like comparing the skill sets and all that. I'm just saying, do you get that excitement? That's all I was saying.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, man, great show. Me and my boy Rick definitely had, good time talking about these three topics, but we got more coming this following week, you know what I'm saying? But Rick, go and give your social media. We'll get up out of here, bro.
Hey, man, y'all already know who it is. It's the co-host that does it the most. Rick Masters at Rick Masters 23 or Mr. Lee on Instagram. Rick Masters everywhere else, Facebook, whatever, YouTube. You can find me. Hey, we got the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, basketball shirts, red, black, white tanks for $25 a pop. Hit up me or B Jizzle in our DMs, man. You already know what it is, man. Back at you, B Jizzle.
Like my boy said, hit us up on all social media, you know what I mean? Hit me on my Instagram, BJizzle, Facebook, BJ Mathews. Continue to like, share, subscribe, and share all our videos. We get updated content every Sunday where we have being said, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.